Hey guys, it's Alyssa from AlyssaNalani.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on something that I originally wasn't planning on doing on camera, but I decided that it might be of use to somebody else. So I'm going to give it a go. I have a couple of notes, but for the most part I'm kind of winging it, so I'm a little nervous to see if this will work, but hopefully I'll get a good enough shot at this. So we shall see. As you saw from the title of the video, I am working on my mid-year sort of reset is what I'm calling it, and goal setting for the last 6 months of this year. And quite particularly, I am using my Passion Planner for this process. It has this is the undated version, which you can get on the website if you're interested. I'll have a link in the description. At the beginning of your setup, they have a roadmap for you to complete at the beginning of the year. I did not get this at the beginning of the year. I got it, I think I got it in March and started in April. And so I wasn't trying to like backtrack and try to figure out what my thoughts and ideas were at the beginning of the year. Too lazy. So I figured I'd just start once I got to the mid-year point, which is right now. So what I'm going to do, the other thing I wanted to say is this is July, it's One Book July, and if you saw my last video, or a couple of videos ago, I did a flip through of how I have set up my book for One Book July. I am in a B6 Stalogy, and so far, you guys, I am loving this. I am not following bullet journal rules. I am not, I don't even have an index in this thing. A friend of mine asked me if it was kind of bugging me that my pages were all like in different places and I had to flip through things to find things. And there's a little bit of me that wishes I had indexed, but for the most part, it's just like ridiculously freeing to just flip to the next page and just start writing things down and not have to figure out what divider, what section it is, between dividers or whatever. So I think it's a really great exercise for my mind. It's almost like a planner detox. I'm having the time of my life. So anyway, this is my main planner for the month of July, but I really need to hunker down on my goals and make sure that I am maximizing my time and my priorities for the last half of the year. And so I'm going to be road mapping in my Passion Planner and then transferring like the nuts and bolts and the action steps and so forth in my Stalogy, if that makes sense. That's how I am planning for it to work. So we shall see. Anyway, so this is kind of how it is correlating with my one book for One Book July. Okay, so enough of the prelude. I am going to begin. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. Okay, so as far as how this works, you start out with making a wish list. And your wish list consists of anything that you want to do in your life. It can be anything. If you could do anything, money not an object, limitations not an object, if you could do anything, what would you do? Okay, and they recommend that you set a timer for 5 minutes and then just let yourself kind of go hog wild on the page. Now, I am not going to go hog wild on this page because I am too particular for that. I've got a notepad where I am going to plot out all the things and then transfer them over onto this page. So what I'm going to do is I am going to break a list down into the 4 sections that they have here. So you have a lifetime. What do you want to get done in your lifetime? What do you want to get done in 3 years, 1 year, and then 3 months? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a list with those breakdowns. I will fast forward through it because this is going to take me a little bit. And I probably will take longer than 5 minutes because you know what? I can. So I'm going to write this list and then come back and talk about what comes next. Okay, I have got my list completed in the 4 different sections, and I have to tell you, I don't know I don't know about you, but whenever I do an exercise like this, I always feel like I have to cram everything in like the first year or so. Like, I don't know. I think it's because I think it's because when I was a teenager, I felt like I had to do everything in my 20s. Like, I had to get married in my 20s, maybe become a mom, like go to grad school, write a book, like all the things that I dreamt of doing in my adult years. I felt like I needed to accomplish it within the first 10 years of adulthood. And I don't know why. I guess I thought that, I don't even know where that comes from. I don't even know. But I'm approaching my 30s. This is my last year of being in my 20s. This coming year, my birthday's this month. This will be my last year in my 20s. And I am fighting the thought, this long held notion that I have to do it all like now. So this is quite an exercise for me. We'll see how this goes. I'm learning to pace myself and embrace the fact that it's not all going to happen right away. That, I can plan. Nobody knows what lies ahead. Only God knows the future. But as long as there's breath in my body, I can plan and just pray that God leads me in the right direction. So, anyway, take another drink of water. Anyway, that's kind of where my mind is. That's why it's a little difficult for me to do exercises like this. But we shall see what happens. So, let us then transfer this to my page. Now, I looked on Pinterest, I looked on Instagram, and there's some pretty nice spreads out there in this roadmap page, so I'm feeling the pressure to make this pretty. Okay, so first off, let me just go ahead and write today's date. Today is July the 2nd. So I'm going to write 7/2/2019. Okay, 1 year from now would be July the 2nd, 2020. Three months from now would be, let's see, July, August, September, October. I could have just counted. Oh my goodness. It's been a long day, you guys. 2019. 3 years from now would be 1920, 2021, 21 to 22. Okay, so 3 years from now would be 7/2. What did I say? 20. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is pathetic. 19 to 20, 20, 21, 22. Okay. Yay. Can't count time, you people. Okay, I grabbed a pencil because I feel like I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to want the option to erase. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this and get these items from my list onto my spread. All right, I got everything penciled in, and now I'm going to ink it, which makes me really nervous. We're gonna go ahead and ink it. There we go. All right, now that I have written and inked my spread, my goodness, there's still spaces. I need to erase the pencil. Anyway, now that it is inked and ready to go, the next step is to prioritize. And so it says to go into each of the 4 sections and circle one that would have the most positive impact in my life. Now, I'm not ready to quite ink that yet, but what I will do is I'm going to put a mark. I'm going to put an asterisk by each one of the most important in each of these sections. Oh man, I don't even know which one to pick here. I'd really love to retire my husband, something that we're working on. Not that we wouldn't work, but we want to work for ourselves. And so we want to retire him from the 9-to-5 life, but we also really want to become debt-free. We want to adopt. I would really love to learn how to play the guitar. Let's see. Which one do I want to circle? I'm going to go ahead and say retire. This is my list. It's not written in stone. So let's just go with that. Okay, so then I think out of this, what I'm going to do, here's the thing. I've got both personal and work or business goals in here, and it's kind of hard to say, pick one out of these 2 categories that are going to be the most important. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is kind of where my mind is at and this is where my priorities are, I'm going to go ahead and mark work goals. Okay, so here I'm going to do open a digital stationery shop, and then in my 1 year I'm going to do start a weekly YouTube show. So these are things that I have been working on for quite some time. So these aren't just like random things that I picked, like, oh, it'd be really nice to do that. No, like these are plans that I have been developing slowly over time. And now I am just putting them into time blocks so that I can better organize my tasks and things, to reach those goals. So I'm going to put those marks there. I do want to color code this and maybe color code work and personal, but I'm not going to do that on camera because I kind of want to sit with it for a second before I add some color to it. All right, the next thing it says is to, let's see. So ready, set, go. These are the 4 goals that you're going to prioritize. Think of them as the most important destinations in your life right now. Now we are going to create a passion plan to map out how to get there. A passion plan is a mind map that visually breaks down your goals into steps that are specific, actionable, measurable, and time sensitive. So in other words, these are SMART goals. I can't remember how the acronym works, but it sounds like SMART goals. Okay, so here's where you create the passion plan. Let's see. The game changer is the goal that would have the most positive impact in your life right now. Write this goal down in the blank box below, and if you're unsure of what to write, simply write this goal circled in your 3-month plan. Okay, so in my 3-month section, it's opening a digital stationery shop. I'm going to, okay. We're talking over a 6-month period. So what I'm going to do is, because this is a 6-month period, what I'm going to do is I am going to, so by December, this I'm going to ink. By December 2019, okay, that's my due date. And because I chose work goals, I'm going to go ahead and take both my 3-month and my 1-year goals and kind of bundle them together into a 6-month plan. Okay, so my game changer goal is to run my own business. That's what I'm working on. I think the ice cream truck is going by. I hear the little music going by the street. Okay, so we're gonna make running my own business the game changer goal. Do I write it in the box? Maybe I'll white it out. Anyway, okay. So what I need to do next, and I don't have time because I actually have a meeting that's going to be happening at my house in like 20 minutes and I need to get ready. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in pencil the steps that have to happen in order for me to get the digital stationery shop and the weekly show to happen. Yeah, here comes the ice cream truck. I can hear it. It's getting louder. Aw, my gosh, I haven't seen an ice cream truck in forever. Anyway, sorry, squirrel. So I'm going to put down the action steps for both the digital stationery shop, and this is something that I've been wanting to do forever. I even have a name for it and everything and plans for it, and I'm really going to give it a go. Digital stationery. So what I think I'll do anyway, I'll rewrite that. So this is going to be the section for this, like this side, and then this will be the section for start a weekly. I think I mentioned this in my YouTube show. I think I mentioned this in my May to-do list video when I kind of talked about what I wanted to get done for May and then some of the updates in our life, that I wanted to start like a weekly thing. And this is something, again, that I've been planning for, since before I even started YouTube. This is something that I originally wanted as a podcast, and then when I started YouTube, I thought, oh, what a great idea to put on video. I thought it would be better. Anyway, so I've got some big plans and working on that. So I'm going to write down the actions that are going to go for each of these goals. My due date is December 31, 2019. And then, so yeah, you add specifics, you create a timeline, and then what you're supposed to do from here on out is in the rest of the planner, you're supposed to work these things into your daily, weekly schedule so that you're constantly working towards your goal. And because I'm using my Stylogy at least for July, I need to work some of these things in here into my July setup. So what I'm planning on doing, what I'm thinking of doing, is doing a separate video or like a part 2 where I finish this process, or at least catch you up on this process and where I'm at, and then transfer actual tasks into my July setup. And maybe I'll make that my week 1. I need to get this done this week. So maybe I'll do like a week 1 flip through of how the first official week of One Book July went. And I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. But in any case, in any event, I will catch you up and show you how this all is coming together and how I'm using both of these planners together. So, okay, I'm going to end this video because I think I'm at a good stopping point, and hopefully I'll get a part 2 done so that I can finish this process with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. If you're interested in getting a passion planner, I'll have the link for the website in the description. You don't have to have a whole passion planner to do this process. You can go to their website and get, I believe you can get a free PDF of this layout and work on it, regardless of what planner you have. I think that there's a lot of hype around creating New Year's resolutions and goal setting, so on and so forth. But doing it mid-year, I think, is a really great practice. Even doing it quarterly, I think, is a great practice. And so I don't know, for me, I just need to refocus, kind of detox from all the clutter that I've gathered through the first 6 months of the year and just reset myself for the last 6 months. So that's what I'm doing. And then I will also have, if you're interested in getting a Stylogy for yourself, There are a lot of videos on YouTube you can check out. I will have a link for this planner in the description box, and you can check it out and get yourself one if you want. And you can also watch my setup video for this planner or for this book that I'm using as a planner for One Book July, and that link is in the description. Okay, I hope you guys are doing great. I look forward to finishing this. I will talk to you all later, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.